I mean, it's not a perfect answer, but the thing is I started to realize there are many gaps when it comes to the care for these kiddos in today's world that we live in, and we need to fill those gaps. So, what we bring you in the network is you have your school psychologist, you have your dietitian, who's also a functional medicine doctor that's really specializes in ADHD. All of them actually do. We have our social worker slash therapist. We have a parenting um, coordinator slash specialist. She is incredible as well. I mean, it's literally everything across the board in one place
Mm.
where we are actually people who truly understand where you're at. We're not just your everyday expert that learns for 7 hours in school what ADHD is and how to be able to, you know, fix or deal with it, which is kind of how it's been seen, right?
Yes,
Um,
yes.
but we are your experts that actually have ADHD with either in us or our children have it, you know. So each person that is an expert is touched with ADHD in their life, has lived it 24/7. I've lived it 24/7. And that I have to credit God for that because that wasn't even purposeful. It's just the way that it ended up being. So all of us are extremely passionate towards this movement and helping people.
Wow. Well, and I'm grateful that you were inspired to create this. So that just begs the question, was there a defining moment? Was there a specific event that you just finally said, that's it? I'm asking God, how do I change this mess?
Yeah, there absolutely was. Oh, I can remember it vividly. I was in my kitchen and I had gotten yet another phone call from the vice principal. He was in eighth grade at the time, and it was probably midway through the second semester of the year.
Mhm.
And I cannot tell you how many phone calls I got that year. And
Mm.
they were over such minute, small things that were just like, "Are you serious right now? Like, come on, man. You are seeing everything so black and white." And I mean, I was just at my wit's end of like, you're seriously putting him in school suspension again for chewing gum or passing a note in the hallway or not being able to sit still, or one instance, which it wasn't a great instance, but when you understand ADHD, you're more like, oh, that makes sense. You know, and it was a teacher had asked him to take from science a big bucket of water and go dump it out in the sink. Well, when you tell an ADHD child to do something, it's brain to action, it's thought to action. There is no like in between thoughts of like, how do I process this? How do I do this properly? That's not cognitively really there. They're just in a rush at all times. So he pours it out in the sink, but he dumps it out in the sink and it goes and splashes all over other children, all over the teacher, all over the place, you know, and he gets in trouble for that too. But it was just an accumulation of so many things, you know, that ended up because he was being put down for all of these things. And mind you, children with ADHD often hear 12 to 20,000 negative comments toward who their inner being is by the time that they are 12 years old,
Wow. Mm.
because it was a consistency of, well, you're just a troublemaker, basically, right? Is what it's telling him. You're a troublemaker. He started to really act out in worse ways.
Mm.
And I started to realize and told the vice principal this too. You keep harping on him for all of these things and you wonder why he's starting to act out in worse ways. Because you're telling him he's a bad kid and he's going to sit here and say, I'm a bad kid, so I'll guess I'll just go ahead and be a bad kid. You
Right.
know, like that's what everybody thinks anyways. You
Yeah.
know, and plus impulsivity comes in. So there's
Mm.
that factor too, right? But point being, I'm in the kitchen and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, God, I cannot do this anymore. I am losing my mind. You're going to have to help me here. this is too much. This is insane. And I have 4 other children,
Wow.
to take care of too. He's not my only one. I have 5 children total.
Oh, wow.
So I am just like at my wits end. God could tell.
You
And
you
he's
weren't
like,
kidding.
and he was like, okay, you want to do something about this? Then you're doing something about this. And it was just like this instant download of this is what needs to be done. And, from that we will be having an app come out um as well on this, but it was the craziest thing that I've ever experienced within my faith, because after I got that download I heard audibly, go now.
Wow.
And so
Wow.
here we are, and I've been surprised by much of what has come out of this, but God's really good at doing that anyways.
Yes. And as long as you keep following his instructions, he will provide more.
That's very true. Very true.
Amazing. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm excited about what you're doing and how you're doing it, and the fact that you're being just so faithfully led. That's all amazing stuff for sure. So I'm curious, tell people, do you have a big vision for where you want this to go?
Yes, I do. I know where we're going. Right now, we're just getting started. So we have the network up and running, and everyone's welcome. It's strategicucommunity.com /network. So you can find us there and join us. And for this audience, you can join us for $30 right now a month. And that's your we are just wanting to share the love for sure with everybody. So, um, and then from there with the network, we also have programs that you can join with us where you can get either individualized help or group help, excuse me, um, and be able to focus in on the areas that are really you're struggling in with your child, or your child's struggling in, all of those things. And we're here to really help in those areas. We have a strength assessment already that aligns with the assessment that goes with ADHD. And we're able to really give you an actual package of a breakdown of how to help your child through this moment and through school. And then from here, we will be moving more into actually doing some teacher workshops to help them understand this a lot more. But until that point, parents, we're here to support you through it, to help your teachers and help your administrators understand this and understand your child better. And then we will move more into the technology world, and so on. There's going to be so much more down the road coming, and we're so excited because this is absolutely a passion for each one of us in the Strategic Youth Network.
I love it. I love it. And, anybody who can follow their calling and get up and go, that's who I'm here to celebrate and cheerlead. So we're so glad that you've joined us, and that we'll be able to stay in touch with you, and hopefully be able to refer some people to you. I expect that we probably will, because there's so many parents who are struggling. And what I'm hearing you say is that you're going to create an army of advocates, and
Yeah.
that's what we need, no doubt about it. And what a beautiful grassroots kind of movement that you're creating here. So I understand that you actually want to give a gift to everybody who sees this, and so tell people, how can they reach you, and
hmm
tell them a little bit about the gift that will be in the comments under this video.
Absolutely. So you can reach me through the Facebook group page. We have Strategic Youth Community. Um, our Facebook is actually just Strategic You. And then we also are, excuse me, on Instagram. You can reach me there too at Jamie K. Copeland. Feel free to send me a message anytime. I love to help everybody and speak with people and get you in the right direction. Um, and then as far as the free gift goes, we do have a free gift for all of you that is for your kiddos and you as a family, but it's called this Superpowers Affirmations for ADHD. So that will be linked in the comments with this video, as well as how you can reach me and get to the network and understand more of what we're doing.
Awesome. Sounds amazing. So wonderful, wonderful. We thank you so much for spending time with us here today. And I'm just visualizing that you have explosive growth here, helping parents and students all over the world, because that's the beauty of the internet, right? We're not confined to one little corner of it. So so much opportunity for you here without a doubt. So I'm curious, do you have any words of wisdom that you'd like to leave everybody with today?
Yes, for those of you that are parents, I just want you to know that you have done nothing wrong. Your child was perfectly and wonderfully made. Their brain wiring was perfectly and wonderfully made. Again, I'm going back to history, looking at Einstein, looking at Tesla. All of them had the same brain wiring. So embrace that. And we get to help our children to embrace that and figure out where their passion is and where they're supposed to go in this world, who they're supposed to be.
Mm.
And just know that they are not broken no matter what the world tells you. Start showing the world otherwise.
Yes, and that is perfect. That reminds me of the Einstein quote that says, it talks about, if you try to teach a fish to climb a tree, it'll spend its whole life thinking it's a failure. And that's what I'm hearing you describe right now is, we got to stop making fish climb trees. Let's teach them to swim in the genius pool that they actually are part of.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Jamie. And thank you to all of our wonderful change makers for tuning in and hearing who's here, because that's part of the goal of Unity for Wellness and Peace is we want collaborations. We want people to find each other with like mission, like purpose, like cause. Let's get together and build out those solutions that create the world that we know in our hearts is possible. So thanks for being here. We'll see you next time on our next interview. Take care, everybody.